What about God? What did he do? That was Good Friday. He died on the cross on Good Friday. What happened on Easter? He rose from the dead. Yes, we celebrate the resurrection on Easter. It's a day when we can celebrate because Jesus has defeated sin and death through his resurrection. On Good Friday, Jesus suffered and died on the cross. And that was a terrible day for him. But we can call it Good Friday because he did it for us. He died so that our sins could be forgiven. And we can know that we have new life in him.
Well, Charlie, you know that story really well.
Well, I should. I've lived in church my whole life. I'm a church mouse, you know. I've heard that story over and over and over.
Well, and you've heard it over and over because we tell it so often. Because it's at the heart of our faith. It's because of Easter that we are Christian people and that we follow Jesus, the resurrected one. We believe that because Jesus rose from the dead, we have new life. We can live in a new way right now. We can live as people who know that we are loved and forgiven by God and that we're set free to serve even as Jesus served.
So that's an important day. And I think we need to remember how important it is. But if Jesus is alive and the grave is empty, and people have new life, you'd think he wouldn't be able to wipe the smile off a Christian's face. And yet, most of them walk around like they're headed for a funeral. Why is that?
Well, I don't really know, Charlie. Maybe we need to tell the story in a way that makes people feel the joy.
Well, maybe what you need to do is what the Eastern Orthodox Church does. They celebrate Holy Humor Sunday.
Holy Humor Sunday, what is that?
Well, it's usually the second Sunday, or the first Sunday after Easter. And the pastor and the people all tell their favorite jokes. And they do it because the resurrection is the biggest joke on sin and death and powers of evil. It reminds us that Jesus has the last laugh.
So, do you know any jokes, Charlie?
It just so happens that I do. A man went into a store to buy an Easter pet for his daughter, and he saw a little duck, a baby duck, and a baby chick, and they were both really cute. Do you know why he bought the baby chick? Because it was a little cheaper. Why did the Easter egg hide?
I don't know. Why did the Easter egg hide?
Because it was a little chicken. How many eggs can you put in an empty basket?
I don't know, Charlie. How many eggs can you put in an empty basket?
One. After that, it isn't empty anymore.
All your jokes are about chickens and eggs, Charlie.
Well, that's because eggs remind us of new life. When an egg hatches, the baby chick comes out. It reminds us of the new life that we have as Christians. And when you look at the eggshell, it's empty, just like Jesus' tomb was empty.
Well, that's why I brought along some chocolate eggs for these kids. Now, what I want you to do, after we say the prayers, I want you to take 2 eggs, one for you and one for the person sitting directly behind you. And when you hand them the egg, I want you to say, Jesus gives you new life. What are you going to say? Jesus gives you new life. Let's say it again. Jesus gives you new life. Okay. Now, last Easter, somebody told me they were here for Easter, and the kid sitting ahead of them didn't give them their egg. They kept it for themselves. And that made that person really sad. We don't want anybody to be sad. We want to share the joy of the good news that Jesus gives us new life. So make sure you share your egg with the person behind you. Let's say a prayer.